Don't ask how much does it cost to work with a mentor? How much does it cost to buy this course? How much does it cost to do this program? No, ask yourself, what's the ROI?
Welcome to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James, the only podcast you need to tune into each week to grow your personal, professional, and financial life. Join entrepreneur, investor, and multi-award-winning international speaker Jessen James as he shows you how to take control of your mind to create the life, income, and career you deserve. Here's your host, Jessen James.
Hey everyone, it's Jessen here and welcome to another episode of the Mind Over Money podcast. And usually I have guests with me in the studio, but today I'm my guest. It's me. And the reason I'm doing that is because I wanted to stop by and give you some inspiration, some motivation, some guidance, something to do to improve your mindset around money. Now, today's episode is all around investment over costs. You see, what do I mean by this? We live in a world where most people are focusing on how much does it cost me. For example, someone makes you an offer and you go, well, what's the price? How much does it cost me? Not what's the investment. You see, what's the difference between a cost and an investment? Well, let's be honest. A cost, you're probably not going to see it again. So a coffee, for example, in Starbucks, wherever you go, that costs you something. You're not going to see that money back again unless, for the more, entrepreneurial lot listening, you use that coffee to close a deal, for example. That's different. But the coffee itself, you're not going to see that money back. However, when you invest in something, what's the difference? An investment presupposes what? A return. You're going to get something back. So why am I telling you this? Well, next time you have the opportunity to invest in yourself, for example, don't ask how much does it cost to work with a mentor? How much does it cost to buy this course? How much does it cost to do this program? No, ask yourself, what's the ROI? What's the investment? So I'm going to invest £1,000 on some mentorship. What's the return on that? Well, look, I could argue something like this. Let me give you an example. In 2015, I invested over £30,000 in mentorship on public speaking. Now, listen to that word. I invested. I have since made millions off the back of that training. Now, why is that? It's because I didn't have a cost mindset. I was like, okay, that's the price. That's the investment. What's it going to make me on the other side? And most of us are not going into situations every day going, right, what's the investment? We're looking at it from a cost. Listen, have a think about this. Some of you are running around doing your home chores, your household chores, cleaning your house, doing your laundry, doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. And someone like me comes along and goes, why don't you get a housekeeper? Why don't you get a nanny? Why don't you get someone to help you? You're like, oh, no, can't do that. It's going to cost me money. Well, what if I told you my housekeepers make me money? What if I told you my nanny makes me money? Why? Because it's an investment. I can clean the house. I can cook, I can clean. I was brought up quite domesticated, but here's the thing. I don't want to do it. Why? Because in the hour, 2 hour, 3 hours that it costs me, saving money, should I say, on a housekeeper, I could be out there closing deals. So for example, let's say it cost you £20 an hour for a housekeeper. And in that hour, you're paying them £20, but you go off and make £1,000. What's your hourly rate now? Your hourly rate is £1,000 less the 20 quid you gave them. So you've got to think of it like this. Many of us are running around, what does it cost? What does it cost? What does it cost? What does it cost? And this cost mindset is literally killing you right now. And if you want to make more money in this day and age, you've got to learn how to invest with an investor mindset, not a cost mindset. Some people are producing, giving you an opportunity. Some of us, I don't know, maybe those of you doing property, for example, you go and do a property deal. And what do you say? How much does the solicitor cost? No, what's the investment for working with that solicitor? Why? Because they know things that I don't know and they can help me get X, Y, Z result. For example, you can't just go to a normal conveyancer and ask them to do a lease option for you. They might not know what it is. You might need to go to a specialist. Now, a specialist conveyancer, specialist lawyer might cost you more than your typical conveyancer. So now you might go, well, it's too expensive to work with a lease options person. I'll just go with the Joe Bloggs person over here who charges a flat rate. And then what happens? They mess up the lease option and you lose money. Suddenly, it's cost you way more. So the investment in paying maybe double the price, it's fine, will get you a better deal. You've got to start getting into this investment mindset. Now, so I want to leave you with some homework on this one, because this is for you to reflect on. Over the next week, I want you to look at absolutely everything that you're spending right now and ask yourself, how can I flip that into an investment? How can I flip that to an investment? Now, even the coffees, those of you who like your mocha, frappo, whatever it is every day at Starbucks, you might be going, oh, cost of living, it's too expensive. Well, is it an investment in your well-being? Is it an investment in you keeping your sanity? Is it the only little bit of bliss you have every single day, stopping by Starbucks, taking time out and having some alone time? If so, it's an investment, isn't it? It's an investment in your mindset. It's an investment in your well-being. So have a look this week. What are you spending money on? Can you flip it into an investment, not a cost? Why am I asking you to do that? It's when you start seeing the return on investment in things that you're spending your money on, suddenly you start to make more. But if you have a cost mindset with absolutely everything, you are going to make less, plain and simple. Now look, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do me a favor. Let me know. Write a review. Share it on your favorite platforms, the ones that you like to listen on. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Let people know about the Mind Over Money podcast. And until the next episode, I will hopefully see you doing the homework. So until the next episode, beautiful people, keep your mind over your money and your money on your mind. I'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the Mind Over Money podcast with Jessen James. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on all the channels, links in the show notes. Please also leave a review and visit www.jessenjames.com to find more resources on how to create the life you deserve.